Hello, I'm Judy, the organizer and creator at Rescue My Space. Welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, welcome. Today's video is about how to organize a small kitchen. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Oh, before we continue, make sure you like this video. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe below. So if you don't know, you probably don't know if you're new to this channel, but if you're not new, you've seen my kitchen a lot of times. My kitchen is small in my book. Some people say it's not small, but to me, it's small, especially when you compare it to kitchens like this or like this one. I say that to say I've done a few of these things in my home to utilize the space that I do have in my kitchen as best as I can, which is helping me keep my kitchen organized. With that said, one thing you can do to organize your small kitchen cabinets is to use Lazy Susans in your cabinets or your pantry. Having a Lazy Susan not only allows you to have access to everything that sits in your cabinet, but it also allows you to add more items in said small space. So, for example, I have 3 Lazy Susans in my pantry, and if I remove the Lazy Susan, all of these items will sit on that shelf, and I probably would not see a lot of those items. But with the Lazy Susan, it allows me to see every single item I have, because once you turn it, you get access to everything. And it does allow me to add more things to it. So if I wanted to add more things to my pantry, I can put things off of the Lazy Susan and still be able to access it. This is the reason why I love Lazy Susans. They give you easy access. And if you know anything about me, I love simplicity. I love when things are easy, especially when it comes to organizing, because it makes it easier for you to maintain your space. So I am showing you guys my pantry, but you can also do this in a cabinet. For those of you guys who don't have a pantry and your pantry is your cabinet, and your cabinet is your pantry, you could do the same thing. Add Lazy Susans to your cabinets, put the items on your Lazy Susan, and you have instant access. Lazy Susans are extremely inexpensive. I mean, the cheapest that I've seen so far are the ones at IKEA. I just did a video showing you guys organizing products at IKEA. Those go for $7.99 and I love them. They have that aesthetics element that will still keep your space looking good. So the next tip is to add drawer organizers to your drawers in your kitchen. I love a good drawer organizer. I probably have at least like 10 different kinds in my home. Drawer organizers are great when it comes to organizing and holding your kitchen utensils. For example, like your flatware or even your kitchen tools or utensils, you know, the bigger spoons and forks and knives and stuff. They are great and ideal. Drawer organizers also create divisions, which allow you to create categories, which makes it so much easier for you to find what you need in said drawer. The best drawer organizers that I have come across for the price and for the variety is from Amazon. Amazon has these gray ones that fit perfectly in Cairo's nursery dresser. I also purchased some from the Container Store, from the KonMari collection, also the Container Store's brand, and also the Home Edit. They have great ones too. I would suggest that you measure your drawer before you add drawer organizers to any of them, because they do come in different lengths and you want to buy the correct one, of course. Drawer organizers for your kitchen utensils is the way to go. Tip number 3 is to keep your utensils at a minimum. If you are trying to organize a small space, you cannot have a lot of things. You just can't. As much as we love kitchen gadgets, trust me, I love a good kitchen gadget, kitchen tool, anything that's going to make the process of cooking easier. Sign me up. But you have to keep it at a minimum when you have a small kitchen. So go through your kitchen utensils, only keep the ones that are in tip-top shape. If you have 3 of the same item, only keep the best one out of the 3. The other 2 you can just donate if they're ruined. If they are ruined, throw them away. I know it's very difficult to throw away kitchen gadgets or kitchen tools, but get rid of them if they are ruined. But if they're not, keep the best one, or donate them to someone else who needs said kitchen tool. So if you do have a small kitchen and you don't have space for your kitchen utensils in a drawer, you can always, of course, keep them on a countertop in a container and just have them sit there. That's a perfect way of displaying your kitchen tools and also having access to them. Plus, it's not going to create clutter on the countertop because they're sitting in something. So those are great. I think the one that I purchased is from Amazon. I'll link it below if you're interested. But you guys know, there's so many out there. Even Dollar Tree has a few. I would also suggest to maybe even be a little bit creative with this and use like a pitcher or even like a large glass. I've seen that before and I think it looks really good on the countertop. So the fourth tip is to designate spaces for everything that sits in your kitchen. Every single item needs a designated space, period. Whether it is your toothpicks, whether it is your spoons, your measuring cups, your pots, your pans, your baking trays, there needs to be a designated space for all of it, for everything. This is what's going to make it easy for you to keep your space organized. If everything has a designated place, then you don't have to worry about organizing it. Whenever you use a certain thing, you can put it back. Whenever anyone uses that space and they use a particular thing, they can put it back because they know where it goes. When you have a place for everything, you know where to put it when you're done. And that is how you maintain a space. So tip number 5 is to only have one set of things. So for instance, one set of dishes, one set of cups, one set of utensils, like kitchen utensils. Yeah, one set only, especially if we're working in a small kitchen. Hence, small kitchen. Having one set of everything will make it easy for you to organize your space. When you have 5 sets, 3 sets, even 2 sets, sometimes it's hard to organize the areas they sit in because there's too much in that one space, which is why there's so much clutter, especially when we're working in a small space. Having one set of dishes makes it easy for you to put away the dishes and create a space for those dishes. So one set of things is the way to go when we're working in a small kitchen. Trust me on that. Even though I have a lot of dishes, but you don't follow me when it comes to that because I have the space for it, but still a small kitchen anyway. So tip number 6 is to use a bin to contain your items for things that don't necessarily have a category. So for example, like maybe random birthday candles, and maybe that can sit with like shot glasses, or even what's something that's miscellaneous in the kitchen. Maybe like random toothpicks. I know I mentioned that earlier, or dental floss. They may not necessarily have a place in your kitchen, but you can put them in a miscellaneous bin. So whenever you are looking for these very random items, you know where to go because they're sitting in that bin. Designating one, especially in a small space, one bin for your miscellaneous items or your items with different categories will make it easy for you to find said items rather than scrummaging around your space looking for the items. So designate one bin and that's it. It really does help make a difference when it comes to organizing a small kitchen. So the next organizing tip is to use the top of your fridge when it comes to storage. This is something that I used to not be an advocate for until I needed more storage, and then I did it in my kitchen. For example, in my kitchen, I have 3 bins that all look the same. I would suggest that you make sure those bins look the same. And I have different things or different categories in each bin, and it just makes my kitchen look that much more organized, and also, of course, makes it easy for us to find what we need. Honestly, the fridge is a great storage space. Yes, it's not ideal. I know some people would say, don't use your fridge, but when you're working in a small kitchen, sometimes you have to use all spaces in your kitchen in order to fit your items and in order to keep your space organized. So I get it now. So tip number 9 is, if you can, try adding storage near your kitchen if your small kitchen has no storage or it doesn't have enough storage. So for example, we decided to take all of our shot glasses, our wine glasses, and our alcohol out of our kitchen, and we put it in a credenza next to our kitchen, really in the dining room. I knew that I was going to be adding storage in this home, especially because, again, our kitchen is small and it lacks storage. So what I did is I actually had one of my guys create a custom credenza, and I made sure that it had 2 drawers and a lot of cabinet space for additional items that needed a place. And now the credenza is like our liquor cabinet, if you will. Another option would be to add in some kind of like bookcase or shelving system in another room that's near the kitchen. I did this in my brother's apartment when he lived in his apartment back in the day, and he was able to get access to all his goods and snacks easily than he did before when it was kind of just bleeding out and sitting on the countertops. We don't do that here. No, we don't. So if you're curious, here are a few shelves that I think are perfect additions to a space. So the last tip number 10, is to not bulk buy. You can't bulk buy when you are working in a small kitchen. I know it's hard to understand, especially if you're someone who wants to keep your space looking organized. We don't really bulk buy. I think the only thing we bulk buy nowadays is paper towels and toilet paper, and I know where to put it. Now that we do have a storage room, that's kind of where everything goes, those bulk paper items. If it's pantry foods, we buy just enough for either the week or the 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks. But other than that, yeah, everything we just kind of buy as we need, more so than buy at one time. I know it just doesn't work, especially if you're someone who wants to keep your space organized. If you have a large kitchen, don't listen to me, but if you have a small kitchen, don't bulk buy, only buy enough food to fit in your space. And of course, when you run out, you buy more. It's honestly the best way to keep the clutter out of your small kitchen, especially when it comes to food clutter. So definitely don't bulk buy if you can. That is pretty much it. Hopefully this video brought some insight on how you can organize your small kitchen, and not just the cabinets, but everywhere in your kitchen. Of course, if you have any questions at all, let me know in the comment section below. And if you have any suggestions, let me know as well. And if you haven't yet, please check out my channel, Folding with Judi. There you can find folding tips that I love to give to you guys all the time. And I'll be uploading some new videos very soon, so definitely check them out. All right, and as always, thank you so very much for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.